Saseni, hi, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hope Beyond Brokenness. Thank you for being here. If you have not watched my previous video on imposter syndrome, please go back and watch. Guys, it takes a lot to shoot a video, so just go and support, like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about my videos, about the topics that I talk about. If you want more, just comment on the comment section below. Yeah, so today I'm here to talk about Joyce, as in me. I want you to know a little bit about this person who keeps saying, "Hi guys, welcome to Hope Beyond Brokenness." Yeah, just a little bit. I'm going to try to be as authentic as possible. So enjoy. My name is Joyce Zakaria Karnaeli. I am 24 years old. I am the firstborn of my mom. I am a counseling psychologist. I have done a diploma in psychology and a degree in psychology. I'm yet to graduate this year, God willing. I love traveling. I love empowering people. I love teaching. I love reading. Like, I didn't used to love reading, but it's something that I've developed over time. Since I realized that the only key that has been described in the Bible is knowledge. Like, knowledge is a key. Then I've gone all out in reading. I'm still not like 100% there, but it's something that I am enjoying. Currently, I'm reading this book. Let me show you. This one. It's very, 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 very nice. Very nice. I highly recommend it. It's about using your time well and making the most of it. So I'm a born again Christian. I love God with all my heart. All my heart. What else do you want to know about me? I'm in a relationship. I'm in a stable relationship by the grace. I firmly believe that God put me on this earth to empower young girls like me. Girls who have made mistakes. Girls who have not walked this path of life yet. Like, I'm just there as light to show them the way. You know, my life has been a roller coaster. I believe yours has been too. You're not alone. It has been a bittersweet life. It has been like looking back, connecting the dots. Someone said that you can only connect the dots backwards, and truly it is very true. Like, looking back, I would say that my life has been a journey, but I will not have it in any other way than this. I've learned so many things through my own life. You know, you only get the best experience is your own experience. But I also believe that there are things you should not go through so that you can get the experience. So I was put on this earth to share my experience with young ones, with young people, that they will avoid making the mistakes that I did through my life. You see. So yeah, that's really it. What else? If I had one day on this earth, what will I do? I will empower people. Like, I'll just take someone and encourage them. Not just because I'm a psychologist, but I believe that it is something that has been in me ever since I was young. Like, I've always been there to encourage others and empower others and mentor. Even before the degree, even before the diploma. It's just in me. Everyone has. The Bible says that, for I have these treasures in earthen vessels. You know, God has put in us treasures, because it says that we are earthen vessels with treasures. So I believe that my greatest treasure that God has put in me is just to talk to people. Nothing much, just to talk. Just to talk and to empower you. What was the turning point of my life? The turning point of my life, to be honest, has been meeting Christ. I got born again around, like, real born again. I should say 2018, but I started seeing the changes in my life about 2 years ago. It has been a journey. And I'm still on this journey, but I will not have it any other way again. I repeat. It's been we have cried, we have made mistakes, we have made improvements, we have won battles, we have not won others, but all in all, God has been good and God has been faithful. So I'll tell you a little bit about this journey of salvation and why I'm saying that it was at the turning point of my life. As I said, I got born again around 2018, 2019. Then I started seeing the difference the other day. But before I was born again, just like, let me just say my story. Um, when I came to the university, I was very, 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 very excited to experience and explore this world because I thought that my parents walikuwa wameninyima. There was no freedom at home that I wanted. I saw my friends doing all sort of things that I thought I was missing out. And you know what? Time came for me to, there's time for everything. Time came for me to now be here to now make the decisions, make the choices. When we are young, we think that our parents are cruel and wicked for making decisions for us. But when you are old, you wish someone is there to make decisions for you. Because right now, the choices you make is entirely up to you. Your parents cannot have anything. So we want to rush things. We want to start to make decisions even before our time. But now when we get there, now we want someone else to make the decisions for us. Because it's not easy when you realize that your life is your own. It's a collection of your own choices. So I got here to the hostels, went out, went Dunda, went to explore the explosion that I wanted to explore and experience this Nairobi. And of course, it was a shock, like that I thought that whatever I was looking for, all that I needed was this fun, but it was not worth it. And I'm glad that God came for me. I'm glad that He saved me from that place of void. When I started going out, when I started exploring the world, I thought that I was just doing it because everyone is doing it. Why don't I do it? I've been waiting for this thing and I've been missing out. Now I have the time. Let me do it with all my heart. But over time, I realized, now looking back, I realized that it was not really, maybe it started as something that to explore. But it was something more of a void that I was trying to fill with the world, with the drinking, going to Dundas, going for all these things. It was more of that. It was more of filling a void that I didn't know it was there until I met Christ. I relate with the woman at the well in John 4. I would just go through it just briefly. John. Just briefly. Charlie, the woman at the well, do you remember the woman who had what's it called? Who had 5 husbands, and even the one that he had was not hers. So this woman, it's almost like there was something she was looking for. There was something that she was looking for. And it was not coming from all these men that he had, the 5 husbands, because if husband number 1 had an issue, do you mean that husband number 2 had also an issue, number 3, number 4? No, it was just because there was a void that he was trying to fill that way, and it was until he met Jesus that she realized. It was until she met Jesus that she realized that it was only Jesus who would fill her heart. And just like her, when I met Christ, then I realized that the void that I was feeling, He was the only one in this whole earth that could feel it. And I'm here to testify that indeed He is the living water. He is the well that never runs dry. And that was the turning point of my life. He has given me direction. He has given me purpose. He has put me in a family in church, a family that loves me, a family that affirms me, a family that corrects me, a family that is just there, and I'm very grateful for Lighthouse Chapel International Family, DMMC. So you can just go and read through it, John 4, about the woman at the well, the Samaria woman, the woman of Samaria. John 4, just go and read the whole of it. Yeah, so that's really it. Like, my life has taken a turn, a change, like a drastic, it has taken another trajectory because of choosing Him. And It's been worth it, even though it has not been easy, even though I know that He's still working on me, because He's the one that works in us. The Bible says that God worketh in us both to will and to do of His good pleasure. Maybe up today I'm not struggling with drinking. Maybe there's another struggle. There's always something we are struggling with. Not because and I think not because we are that bad. I think also it's just so that God is protecting us from being self-sufficient. Because when we are self-sufficient, then we are proud. We become proud because we think I mean, if I don't drink, I don't, like the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Someone, I think Miles Monroe said the Pharisees were far, you see, and the Sadducees were sad, you see. So they were far and sad. So they were always condemning Christ. Oh, you have not done this and that. They were religious, but it was not. That's not really what God wants us to have. He wants us to have a relationship, and a relationship consists of the good, the bad, the ugly, and all the moments that involve a relationship. So that was when I met Christ, and of course it didn't happen. My change did not happen like that fast, but I think being available in the church, being around, transformation happens when our minds are renewed, because when we are born again, our body remains the same. The only thing that changes is your spirit, and your mind has to be renewed for it to change. When your mind is renewed, then your mind can now, because everything is from the mind. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So when your mind is renewed, then it affects your actions. It affects your actions, and at the end of the day, affects your character, how you behave, and everything. So the availability, being there, always being there in church. It went from not going to church every day, every Sunday, because how could I, na nimetoka, niko na hangover. Then it went now to go at least once every month. Then it went to twice every month. Then thrice. Then every Sunday. I cannot miss the service. My favorite day is on a Sunday. So you see, that's really my life. That's really Joyce. That's really me. I love empowering others. I love mentoring others. I love being open like this to just tell you that no one is perfect. We are all a work in progress. We are all vessels. Vessels that when we present ourselves to God, He can use you. He can use you. What is the one thing that I will tell others to do if I had one day? Remember, I've told you what is the one thing I will do. Now, what is the one thing I will tell people to do in this earth? If I had one day, I will tell people to love. Love is the greatest commandment. And when you love people, it's easier to change people from a point of love. I think for us to be transformed, for me to be transformed, I think I realized that God is the only one who has ever loved me unconditionally. Love changed me more than rules. Love. That maybe that's why love is the greatest. Even when you start to obey Christ from a point of love than from a point of I'm just being obedient, I don't kill, I don't eat, I don't do these things. It's different. When you do it, you don't do things because you love. You don't even notice that you don't do things. If you love someone, there are things you will not do. You don't notice, not like you're conscious, I'm not doing this thing because I love. No, it's just flaws. So for you even to obey God, when you love Him, it becomes natural and it becomes easier than having this set of rules. I don't do this, I don't do that. No. So I'll just tell all of us to love others. Love people. Just love. Love others. We are so, as human beings, we have become so self-centered. It's all about self-care, selfie, self-love. It's all, they're all good, but when you start to care about others, I tell you, it's easy for them to change than when you use a lot of theory. Yeah, so I think love changed me. Love transformed me to find a family in church who loves, who notices, who cares, not just about me going to church, but about my life. It took a different turn. I had not met something like that before. And yes, I'm really grateful to God. I'm really grateful for my pastors who are there, LP Eva, Rev Kevin, LP Monica, Rev Augustine, Pastor Leo, LP Betty. I have so many, Auntie Julie. Like, I have so many people who have been instrumental to my life, and I'm really grateful for their lives. I'm also grateful for the entire church, Parklands Church, all my friends, Terry, Lorraine, all of us, all of you have, in one way or the other, inspired me to be where I am today. So wherever you are, whoever you are, there's always hope beyond brokenness. This channel is called Hope Beyond Brokenness because of you. I know what it is to be struggling. I know what it is to be weak. I know what it is to not to be loved. I know what it is to be in the world. But I also know what it is to be in light. I know what it is to be loved. I know what it is to be accepted. I have experienced both. But in all of it, I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful that God chose me. I'm grateful for the privilege to be here. All that I have, all that I am, and all that I'll be, it is because of His grace, because of His mercy, and above all, it is because of His love. So that is just simply a little bit about me. If you want, if you have any more questions that you would love to know you love to know about me, just comment. Comment.